Hello everyone, my name is John Bussart. I'm an HP Solution Center engineer for Ingram Micro. I help support servers, blade systems, storage, as well as networking technology solutions from HP. In this series of videos, we're going to explore the 3Par StoreServ line of products. And what I plan on doing is showing you a slide from a popular PowerPoint and demonstrating to you what that means within the 3Par management console. So let's begin. Today we're going to talk about the online import from EVA to 3Par systems. Alright, certainly the EVA has done the industry very well over a great many years. It's been a very reliable and high-performing storage solution, but certainly with the new 3Par StoreServ line of products, we get a lot more features and functionality, and we're going to want to migrate our information from an EVA over into a 3Par storage solution. And we can do that with the new EVA command view software. They do allow for an online import from these two storage solutions. Now, online doesn't necessarily mean zero downtime in the environment. There is a small period of downtime while we do a rezone and we reboot a system to get a multipath driver installed, but it is very minimal, as I'm going to demonstrate to you now. Okay, here's our command view software. I've got a few volumes running on this system, but today we're going to be most interested in this volume I've named Move Me. It's about 10 gigs in size, and I have it presented to a DL380 Generation 8 server. And as a side note, yes, I am actually doing fiber channel over Ethernet to that system. Okay. That system I'm actually remoted to over here. Right, and there's that volume. If we look at the properties of this volume in the hardware tab, we'll see a multipath disk device that's called an HP HSV300, which is what you'll commonly see for an EVA 4400, and that's the storage solution I'm working with today. This volume does have data on it. What I've placed on it is the service pack for client as well as an ISO, and very quickly what we'll do here is I'm going to create another file just to give it a little bit of personality, and we'll just put some information. Okay, so we've got data that we're going to migrate on over into the 3Par system. So as a part of the initial setup of the EVA system, we probably did a little bit of zoning. Well, we would have to have done a little bit of zoning. So down here, obviously this interface is going to might look a little bit different in your infrastructure depending on who you're using. I'm actually using QLogic switches, and you can see right here I've got my server zoned out to my EVA storage system. Right, and this is the first fabric. I do have a second fabric over here where I've got the same zoning. Alright, so this solution would have probably been running for a long time within your environment. You purchased a 3Par system and you're bringing it into your infrastructure and you want to start this online migration. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that everybody can communicate with everybody. Make sure there's zonings for everything. So first off, you're going to want to zone out your server to your new storage system. Right? You're also going to want to make sure that the two storage systems can talk to each other. Here are my two zones for that. Right? And you're going to want to duplicate that in each one of your fabrics. Alright, so again, everybody can communicate with everybody. After that's done, we can go back to our command view software. Right? And start adding the two systems for the conversion. Now, first thing I want to show you is we only have a management tab up here. Right? If we go down here to settings, we have an EVA to 3Par online import section. I'm going to select configuration. I'm going to add a source system, which will be my EVA 4400. And then I'm going to add a destination system. So I'll have to add the IP address. So the destination system is going to be this guy here. All right. This is the virtual volumes that are currently created on the system. Notice there's no Move Me volume that exists over here. And if I look at the hosts, we'll see that I don't have that server listed here as well. So let's go back into command view. Let's add the IP address of my storage system. then we'll add this destination system. We can see the storage system has been added and the operational state is good on both systems. All right, now we can go back into the storage system. You notice now we have two tabs. We have a management tab, which is what we're comfortable and we've already looked at. We also have this new tab called EVA to 3Par Online Import. What we'll do is we'll go add a migration, select next to the introduction screen, select the volume that we want to migrate, and this is actually that move me volume. Notice that the migration is going to be a minimally disruptive migration. Driver installation may be required during migration. Now I'm not going to have to reboot my system because my multipath driver is already installed in my environment, but you will inside your environment. We'll select next. I select my 3Par storage system and select next. And then I'm going to select how I want my volume to end up on the 3Par storage system, meaning that what type of provision do I want? Do I want thin or full? Probably thin. And then what type of policy or common provisioning group I want to use on my remote system. And it's selected the mid-tier for me. I'm going to select next. Then I get a summary screen, and then I'm going to add this migration. The migration has been triggered, so I'm going to click OK on this, and you notice right away I've got unzoning is required. So what I need to do is remove my zoning between my server and my EVA system. So I'm going to go back into my QLogic switches, go up to zoning, edit zoning, and remove my zoning items. And we'll make sure they show up under orphan sets. We'll apply, save the zoning, and we'll start this zone set. And we'll need to make sure we do this in both fabrics. So again, edit zoning, remove the items, make sure we got the correct ones, apply, save zoning, yes, and close. Alright, so we've unzoned the system. So right now we should be able to go over into our system, and this volume should actually disappear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rescan disks. I want to make sure that that volume is not available. So the volume is not available anymore because I've unzoned it. So now I can go back into my command view software and select unzone. Then I can click start the migration. It's going to give me another warning to make sure I've got everything unzoned and start the transfer. Okay, we can see this job is processing now. What we can do is go back into our management console and we'll see we've got a DL360 Generation 8 FCOE system that's been added. We can also go down to provisioning. We can see a move me volume has been added, and I've actually been presented or exported to that system. So at this time we should be able to go back into our server and actually rescan the disk and see our volume. Nope, not yet. Let's try that again. Okay, there's our volume. It's online. We'll make it online, excuse me. And we can see that our data is available, and we can actually edit it. We can also look at the properties of this volume. And again, the hardware tab, and we can see now we're communicating with the 3Par multipath disk device. So we're actually communicating with the 3Par system as the information gets transferred on over. You can see our job is almost done here. Okay, the job is completed. We can go look at our volume through the management piece, and we'll notice that now this volume is going to show up as being locked. Right, so we can't edit it anymore. We can also look at the presentation of it. You can see it's not presented to any of the systems. Okay. And so I have the ability now, if I want to, if I'm sure I don't need the data on the original system anymore, I can unlock it, save the changes, click OK, and then after I've unlocked it, I can delete it. I'll click OK, and it'll disappear in a little bit. Okay, we can see that the volume has disappeared. All right, so now our system over here is only communicating to the 3Par. So that's how the online import works when we're dealing with EVA, Command View, and 3Par StoreServ products. I hope you found this video informative, and please stay tuned for more videos.